Guys, is this I'm doing a video of what if Naruto and Sasuke was in Demon Slayer. Well, the picture only got Naruto, but Sasuke is in it too. Alright, I'm just gonna not talk too much and just get started, cause I'm not that type of guy. Okay, we start off at the Valley of the End, where Naruto and Sasuke was about to charge with their Rasengan and Chidori for the final attack. When the attack when the attack hit each other, Naruto and Sasuke was enveloped in a white light. Afterward, it would be like canon, except Naruto and Sasuke released the infant Tsukuyomi, except this time him, they both died. I'm just gonna make it so this time that both of them died. And we would start off with Naruto waking up in in basically seemingly space, you know, out in space. He would woke up and stood up and like marvel of how beautiful it is. He would see he's standing on glass that reflect the night sky. And then he would notice Sasuke was just lying a few feet next to him. He would run up to Sasuke and start helping him up. Sasuke would be dumbfounded because he thought that they had died. Sasuke would ask Naruto, is the afterlife? Naruto was I don't know, but it looks pretty beautiful for hell. And then they would hear a clapping behind them. The two would got up immediately in a defensive stand, and Sasuke commented on how the person that he wasn't able to notice is the person until they announced their presence. Naruto feeling the same, and Kurama inside of him told him to watch out, that he couldn't sense this person. This person would end up being me, the one who created the what if. The guy who would walk up the guy would walk up to them and say, "Hey, well, Naruto and Sasuke, it seems you have met your end." Naruto and Sasuke would immediately he started to ask questions and about who is this man. The, the guy standing in front of them told him, "Don't worry about me. Well, but if you want to call me, I guess you could call me Master." Sasuke would say, "Hey, Master, what does that mean?" Well, the man says, my full name is Game Master." Naruto would drop, would have a sweat drop and said, "Is that seriously your name?" And Game Master would simply say, "Hey, well, beings like us does not need name like you." And Sasuke would question if he's some sort of god. Game Master simply he says that, and yes and no. If you if you're thinking about a god, if you're thinking about a type of god that Kaguya was, that I he am a type of god that Kaguya was, no, I am not. I like her. It, and yes, I am a god. Well, more like a neutral entity. I'm basically a being that decided that watch at your progression, the shinobi progression of the human realm. Naruto and Sasuke will look at each other because they does not know what they're dealing with. It, Naruto Kurama in Naruto's head is thinking that, damn it, if his being is a god like Kaguya, then all three of us, all the Naruto and Sasuke would be toast. He'll he'll probably destroy them if they try to attack. Kurama will think about this and shout at Naruto, do not engage him in battle. Well, I cannot sense any power within him, but something tells me that will be powerful. Well, Naruto would nod at this, well, subconsciously, and tell Sasuke to do the same. Game Master would raise up one of his hands and said, "Don't worry, I'm not hostile. I'm simply here to congratulate you about dying and went here to me." Naruto and Sasuke would immediately he say, "Why would you congratulate us for dying?" Well, technically, since you did save the entire world and now pronounced as a hero, you technically are good. You technically are deserved to be congratulated. And also, I'm here to give you an offer. Sasuke would ask, "Oh, then what kind of offer are you making?" Sasuke doesn't really trust this character, but when he looks at him, it feels as though like he's not even looking at anything. He feels like this being is both there and not there at the same time. And he would question this in his head. Game Master here would say, "Oh, if you're wondering, I'm sorry, but normal logic does not work on me." Sasuke would hear this and think that, wait, can he read his mind? And then Game Master would say, "Yes, I can. And yes, I know what you did hit that one time, and where you saw that one time where you saw where you went to a hot spring where you saw a bunch of girls naked." And Naruto would shout out saying, "Wait, Sasuke, I didn't know you were a pervert." Sasuke would say, "Hey, no. Oh, it was a mistake. And also, I didn't even do anything like that." That Game Master would chuckle and say, "Don't worry, it was just a joke." Anyways, the offer is that since you two has accomplished that many things in your lifetime, and it's a bit unfair for you to die for those shinobi. So, I'm willing to give you a second chance of life, a reincarnation, if you know what I mean. And Sasuke would ask, "Oh, what type of reincarnation? Is it like Indra and Hashira?" Game Master would say, "No, it's not those type of reincarnation. Hashira and Indra reincarnation, and they simply gave the essence of their soul to their new reincarnation. Well, my reincarnation method is basically bringing your soul into this new world." And Naruto would say, "Well, I guess as we have a second chance of having a good life then." And Game Master would nod and say, "Yes, you will. And also, you two would be brothers." And Naruto would start jumping and being happy as fuck. And Sasuke just really? And Game Master would warn them and say, "Hey, this world is called a Demon Slayer." And Naruto and Sasuke would be dumbfounded and like, "What do you mean?" Game Master would say that you don't need to know. Oh, it only hurts your brain if you try to think about it. Anyways, I'm sending you there right now, okay? Hey, and then with a snap of a finger, both Naruto and Sasuke, was suddenly he enveloped by light, and then they would disappear. Game Master stood on the same spot, looking at the spot where Naruto and Sasuke once was, and spoke. Well, I hope this new what if it would get me a few views. I'm not really trying to be famous. I'm just trying to pass the time. And then, back on Earth, Naruto and Sasuke was born. Naruto, who awoke in his eye and saw a woman crying. He would think that she might be his mother, and those tears was tears of joy. Naruto does not know why, but something tells, but he thinks this. Something tells me that my life was in danger when I was in her stomach. Probably. And then we have and then he would see Sasuke, he lying next to him, and he would say, "Wait, are we twins?" And but as he thinks this, his father would come up and says, as well, "It seems my second son has been born. It's been 3 years. My first son was 3 years older than this one, but they both seems to be at the same age." Naruto would say, "Hey, damn it! But why the hell did Sasuke have to born first?" And Sasuke would look at him and talk to Naruto subconsciously. Naruto would be dumbfounded at saying that wait, how do you do that? Sasuke, he said that before, after he woke up, a game master contacted him and gave him instruction about all the ability they have. Sasuke would explain that him and Naruto is able to communicate subconsciously with their mind. They're able to communicate with their minds, and also all of the power they possessed in their first life also transcended to here. Naruto would be like, "Wait, does that mean Kurama's gonna be with me?" And Sasuke, and then Kurama inside of him like, "Hey kid, it I am here." And Naruto would be happy as fuck because like his best friend is here. It's like, "Kurama, you come with us." And Kurama, well, this is the yin half of Kurama, and he's kind of nice. And he was like, "Yeah, kid, it seems that Game Master character has bringing me here to this world alongside with you. Not to mention alongside with all the other tail beasts who's half chakra. Half of the chakra of all the other tail beasts." And Naruto would saw that he was in the circle, like from canon, where all the other tail beasts is around him. Naruto would say, "Sweet." And also, the family that Naruto was born in and was a samurai. Naruto was born. Naruto and Sasuke is born in a samurai household. Well, we have a time skip. A few years later, Naruto and Sasuke, it was his pretty much brother, like every other brother. They hang out, they play together, and they also eat together a lot. Their father focused more on Sasuke, cause unlike Naruto, Sasuke, he looked to be the better one. Sasuke, he showed his Sharingan to his father. One day, while they were sword training, his father would see Sasuke activating his Sharingan and question what is those red eye, and why do there's marking on them, and and he would notice that Sasuke suddenly get extremely fast and extremely precise with his aim at swords skill. He was able to disarm the guy who was tutoring him up how to use a sword. And his father would say, "This eye of his, this eye is a, this eye is a blessing of my family, from the god to my family." And Game Master who's watching this would chuckle and say, "Well, technically you're not wrong, but the gift wasn't actually the eye. It was actually both of your kids." I wonder what you would react like if you know this. I wonder what he would react if he know about this. And then back on Demon Slayer, Naruto and Sasuke is just training, and his Naruto's father, I'm just gonna call him Shigoro. I'm just gonna call him Shigoro. He would saw that Naruto and Sasuke possess abnormal power, such as Naruto being able to heal himself of almost immediately. Okay, I'm going to bump his healing ability of the demon level, because why not? Besides, Naruto is supposed to be more overpowered than demons. So he would be extremely strong. His father would see him gain many cuts and many wounds, except they all would just heal. And he would see Sasuke with his eye. He was able to perfectly copy whatever technique the trainer or him uses, and he would think that both of them are a blessing. He would be happy. Yes, he would be happier than hell in the bloodbath day. But one day, one day, Naruto, the father of both of Naruto and Sasuke would call them up to meet him. And Naruto and Sasuke would both ask, "Hello there, father, why have you summoned us?" His father would reply, "Well, my son, it's almost the election. It's time for you. It's almost the election of the heir of our samurai faction. It's our family of our samurai clan. You both must spar and fight to see who's stronger to obtain the clan leader." Naruto and Sasuke would nod at this, and the next day they both would be standing and face to face, with sword in hand. They both would be preparing for their fight, their duel. All of the samurai, all of their family members, their uncles, their cousins are all there watching them. And Naruto and Sasuke would dash immediately in a speed blur. All the other samurai stare at in awe and they can barely see them. Naruto and Sasuke would move extremely fast. And so fast that the only one that can actually see them is their father, or their grandfather, or their uncle, and their aunt. Though they are the strongest of the samurai clan, of their samurai clan. His father would look at them with a proud smile. It's not the other would stare at in awe and see how talented and gifted both of his son is. They would congratulate their Naruto and Sasuke's father, the father of those two, who sang praising him how he gained such a blessing to have a child like that. His father the father would be extremely happy with this. Also, in the end, and there's no clear winner, but they ended up choosing Sasuke. Oh yeah, the fight was a tie. They both ended up of having, having their neck at sword point, both of them. They ended up choosing Sasuke because he's the older brother, and unlike Naruto, he was a lot more stern and serious, while Naruto just liked to play around and be goofy. 'Cause then we would have a massive time skip. At this is when they're at the age of 14. Both Naruto and Sasuke would be leading their troop out at fighting because they just fought another clan. Naruto and Sasuke was pronounced to be the strongest swordsman of of all the samurai clan and children. The two were so powerful that other samurai clan, when they have to face against a clan, when they have to face against I'm just gonna call it the clan Naruto and Sasuke and the Uchiin. I'm just gonna call it the Uchiin clan. When they heard that the Uchiin clan and is being hostile towards them, they will literally just surrender because they know how powerful the two whose son and the two heir is. The Uchiin clan and was literally pronounced to be the most powerful clan because of Naruto and Sasuke eventually teaching their clan members how to get stronger. Well, until one day Naruto and Sasuke and his squad, well, and his army, he would go up against Muzan. Well, technically, his clan was going up against Muzan. You know, the clan base. Because you see, the clan is actually tied with the Demon Slayer Corps, and it was causing a bit of trouble against Muzan. Muzan, hearing that their two clan heir was powerful, so he's planning to make Naruto and Sasuke an upper moon. When he go to the clan compound, and he would ask them, and bring me your two strong youngest son, and I will let you free. Of course, the clan members who wouldn't agree, so they would end up fighting and end up committing suicide. I mean, fighting Muzan is literally you might as well be committing suicide. I mean, dude, this is literally the king of demons. And the pop king, the king of pop demon himself, is a god. But literally, in the Demon Slayer world, the only one that can defeat him is Yurichi. And also, while Naruto and Sasuke was around patrolling, was around with their team, they would get ambushed by a bunch of demons, and they would fight the demon. Naruto and Sasuke ended up dispatching a lot of them with ease. And Sasuke, he would see that there's two demons who seems to be the strongest of them all. Oh, Naruto and Sasuke at this time and was not using their real power because they don't want there to be suspicion around. And Sasuke would see those two demons, being Kokushibo and Akaza, was there to fight them. Sasuke would go up and take on Kokushibo while Naruto take on Akaza. Also, if you're wondering why I didn't add Bulma instead of Akaza, because Bulma isn't really look like a type who would actively look for her fight. Bulma doesn't really look like a type who would gain thrill from fighting a strong opponent. but Akaza and Kokushibo is, so yeah. Akaza would get, they would fight. Akaza would give Naruto a punch, except Naruto dodges and give him his own punch. Akaza remarked that Akaza actually got knocked back. He was surprised to see Naruto's immense strength, and comments that his that is about as strong as 12 demons, as 12 powerful demons, and and Kokushibo was fighting against Sasuke, and he would notice that he would use his moon breathing style. Sasuke would use his Sharingan and see Kokushibo's, well, Kokushibo's network. Also, by the way, since there's no chakra in the Demon Slayer world, Sasuke, Game Master ended up tweeting Sasuke's Sharingan a little, basically allowing him to see blood flow and reaction in the body. Sasuke would see that Kokushibo was breathing different from him, and he would see that Kokushibo's sword style was related to his breathing style. So he would copy this and ended up creating the freaking moon style. He ended up copying Kokushibo's moon style with his Sharingan. Kokushibo would see this and gasp in surprise. While in that short amount of time frame, Sasuke would deliver him a few chops, basically cutting off Kokushibo's arm and head. This is Kokushibo, so he would just grow both of them back. And also his sword is made out of his own flesh, so when Sasuke cut his sword, it took a billion pieces, except Kokushibo just grow another one out of his stomach. And he remarked that Sasuke is truly the best swordsman, and he might be as strong as his brother if Sasuke was trained hard enough. Until the battle would go on for a few hours until all of Naruto and Sasuke's clan members were dying. And Naruto and Sasuke remarked that they're outnumbered by the demon, because the demon being stronger. Oh yeah, by the way, they're fighting in Upper Moon 1, 3, and also all the other lower moon. So yeah, that's why all their clan members died. But not too long though. So Naruto and Sasuke, he would sense someone who's powerful, someone with a powerful presence, and running towards them. They would sense that this is not a demon, but that he has strangely sense similar to the Kokushibo. So when this mysterious stranger finally pops up, have all the demon in gas has in shock and horror, cause this is none other than freaking Yurichi. All the demon were like, "Oh fuck, we're all dead," but this is Yurichi, and as they said that, all their head proceeded to get cut off by Yurichi. He, seeing this, Akaza was able to run away. Akaza and Kokushibo was able to run away, but not before they gave a few remarks. Being Kokushibo saying that one day I will bring you to the demon side, you two. And he left. Naruto and Sasuke would go up to Yurichi. And Naruto would be pretty fanboyish, since Yorichi is pretty cool. And this is Naruto being a kid. I mean, he's only 14, and he's pretty kiddish. she would remark how cool Yurichi is with his breathing style. Yurichi would note that both Naruto and Sasuke is extremely powerful and also strange, because as we all know, well, if you don't know about Yurichi he has access to the see-through world. He can see that in that Naruto, whose body is is very different, is similar to demons, except if he's not a demon, because he's not affected by the sunlight and he does not possess the same blood as demons. And he looked at Sasuke and he would noted that Sasuke's eye is is ex, is is extremely powerful, but also full of hatred for some reason. And Yuriki, he would simply say he would simply apologize his furthest for being too late to save their clan member. Sasuke being the serious type he is saying that well it's not like that it's not like that you're that fast as enough to run in this far. I mean, we're glad that you came to save us, but that you don't need just to apologize. Naruto would agree with Sasuke. If Yurichi would offer those two a place in the demon slayer. Oh wait, no, it's not yet. That Yurichi would ask that, that would you mind if I tag along? Yurichi was like, would you mind if I tag along with you? I kinda have nothing to do right now. Sasuke and Naruto would just nod and they proceed to go back to their clan hideout. After they go to their clan base, when they go to their clan, they would see it in ruin. Blood splattered everywhere. Dead bodies everywhere, lost limbs, and they would see a bunch of demons. And also, this is at night time, by the way. They would saw a bunch of demons eating the soldier. As Yurichi, would scare all of the demon off, cause with his presence. Naruto and Sasuke would see that their clan was destroyed, so they immediately run up and try to find their father. When they finally get to their father's room, they would see him lying in there with only a few breaths left. They would go up to their father, and their father would say, "You two, you are the last member of our clan. Let you must become a demon slayer, and destroy Muzan, avenge our clan, and you two must recreate it too. This is my last wish. It's for you, Yurichi." Yurichi would look at him, and the father would say, "You train both of my sons and let them become demon slayer, so they may be great as you." And with those parting words, with the father who passes away, well, he died, and Naruto and Sasuke would be standing still, not reacting. Yurichi would notice that those two who is prepared hit forward. He noted that both Naruto and Sasuke was prepared that one day that their family might die. That they are prepared to have their loved one killed. And Yurichi would remark like this, as those two who being true as quite powerful and capable samurai. And then in Sasuke, he would ask out to Yurichi, hey, hey, Yurichi. Yurichi would look at him. Sasuke would say, well, as, as our father says, we would like to become the Demon Slayer. We would like to join the Demon Slayer Corps. Yurichi would nod at this and simply give him a sympathetic smile. Well, a kind smile, like when Tanjiro would comfort people. Because technically, I think Tanjiro is like Yurichi's reincarnation. So, yeah. Yeah. Naruto seeing this, he would finally shed one tears, and Sasuke would remark at him and say, "Hey, thought would show your tears. It would show your weakness." And Naruto would wipe it away and say, "Yes, brother." And then the three proceeded to leave their clan building, and then start their new life as Demon Slayer. Okay, this is going to be the end of the episode. I hope you enjoy. This is part 1 of What If Naruto and Sasuke went into Demon Slayer, or should I say reincarnated as into the Demon Slayer world.